One of the subjects that I get asked about over and over again when I'm teaching is phrasing. That is, when we're improvising on the guitar, how do we keep it interesting? How do we keep it musical? How do we keep it lyrical? I've done some other videos about phrasing here on YouTube. I've done a couple of courses for TrueFire about phrasing. I'll probably do some more videos about it. It's a big area of study, lots of different ways that you can conceptualize it. But I want to share something with you that I think is a fairly straightforward way of organizing your phrasing, and it might inspire you to break some of your old habits and play something that you've never played before. And it comes from this book that I've been reading. This is a book called Music, Lyrics, and Life by Mike Errico. Mike Errico is a great songwriter. Through a lot of the book, he's talking about his own experience and his own philosophy, but he also interviews other songwriters. And one of the guys that he talks with is a songwriter named Eric Bazillion. And you might know his name, you might not. He was a founding member of the Hooters, wrote songs for Cyndi Lauper, Joan Osborne, Carlos Santana. You've probably heard some of his songs, even if you don't know his name. And one of the things that Eric Bazillion says in their conversation is that there's three kinds of melodies. Melodies that start on the downbeat, melodies that start before the downbeat, and melodies that start after the downbeat. And that there's something about starting before the downbeat that has a sense of urgency, like you have a story to tell and you just can't wait to get into it. It also gives the listener a sense that the band is reacting to you. Whereas if you start a melody after the downbeat, it can give the sense that you're reacting to the band. If you start right on the downbeat, I guess that means you're kind of all in step, but it can just get a little bit square if you do that all the time. So one thing you might want to do is record yourself improvising and see what you notice. See if you find that you mostly do one of these more than the others. You might also try listening to a guitar solo that you like off of a record and notice what is the guitar player doing. Are they, favoring one of those approaches? And then, of course, you could just practice and try some different things. So I'm going to do that here. So first I'm going to start right on the beat with some phrases, and you can hear what that's like. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the downbeat is beat 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of my phrases were starting right on the downbeat. Now I'm going to try to go after. See if that feels different to you as a listener. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's starting after the downbeat. Now I'm going to play before the downbeat and play an idea that leads us into it. 2, 3. Does it feel different to you as I'm starting my phrases in those different places? I hope so. It feels different to me on the inside. As I said, the thing that would teach you the most would be to just play and not think about it too much. Record yourself and notice what you notice. Notice how it makes you feel when you listen to it. Listen to yourself do that. Listen to a favorite guitar solo that you've listened to a bunch and are familiar with, and maybe even get out your journal. Write some things down. What do you notice, and what is the effect on you as a listener? So this is just one idea, one way to approach it. But when I do this, I find that it leads me in some new directions. It's not a new scale. It's not a new lick. It's not material stuff like that. It's just an idea, but it tends to push me in some new directions in a cool way. And I hope you will find that it does that for you as well.